Before I start, I hope you guys all notice this get up. It's straight out of the JCPenney section of the Dr. Phil Venditti. It's very nice, very nice. But if I can have everybody rise, please. Please rise. Please rise, please rise, please rise. If I could have everybody just bump elbows, bump elbows. Can we just bump elbows? Bump elbows, bump elbows. Ah, yes, bump elbows. Elbows, Okay, you may be seated. You may be seated. Okay. Now that I got that out of the way. First, I'm going to speak by saying some of the Learning Quarter and some of the unique people I met. When I signed up to take public speaking, I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a pretty good talker. I like talking. That's what I do. That's my thing. Talking, I can talk, TDT, talk. But my thing was, I really couldn't sit down and prepare myself to talk. I would have to go off the top of my head. Like most people can guess I do, most of the time. So my biggest challenge for this class was actually having to sit down and not necessarily draw out everything I'm going to say, but have some kind of general outline in my head of what I wanted to hit. And today in this speech, I'm going to tell you 3 things that I've hit in all my speeches and all my time in this class. First of all, my humor. Second, I can say I keep a straight face. Second of all, the preparation.
I don't think he has a straight face.
Huh?
I don't think you have a straight face.
It's right there.
Oh, okay. Thank you, John. And lastly, the people that I've met in this class. First of all, my humor. In almost every speech I say, I try to make people laugh. Except for the very first speech I did, which was about my cousin, which I wanted to be very serious. Now, I don't know if you guys remember when my cousin was 12 years old when he was hit and killed on Christmas night. And I know to most people, this is a sad topic, but to me, it's not a sad topic. Because the way I think about it is, he no longer feels pain, anguish, or none of the other hardships that we feel in everyday life. I live each day thinking he lives on through me and through everybody else in my family. And that's the way I feel I should think about everybody. His 12-year-old life wasn't ended. It's just continuing in a different way. Besides that, in my other speeches, I wanted to be a barrel laughs. That was one of my main points in every single speech. My Martin Luther King speech, I wanted to make some kind of jokes, I want to make people laugh. Even when I was joining with Clarissa, which is a great partner, one of the greatest partners I could have. Thank you, Clarissa. You were the driving force behind that speech. I applaud you. You were great. I wanted to put some humor in there because she was, I'm not gonna lie, Clarissa, you were a great partner to work with. And I'm very, very, very happy to have had you as my partner. That was really fun. Some of my other speeches, my workout speech, I know that was really off the top of my head that time. It went on, it did okay, but since then, I really, really learned how to prepare myself. And speaking of preparation, when it came down time for me to prepare for my speeches, that really, really hurt me. I'm not gonna lie. I was up all night thinking, wow, how do I prepare? I don't prepare for anything. I wake up in the morning, I grab clothes and go. I take a shower and go. You know, I don't prepare. I would come and talk to Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, what can I do to make my speech better? And he would say, Marcus, what you can do is you can prepare. You can really, really prepare. You have to think about what you're going to say. You're a great off-the-cuff speaker. But when you have to prepare yourself, that's where you really downfall. And I would look at him and say, okay, Dr. Phil, thank you. He would say, oh. So with that knowledge, I would go home every night. Like the night before a speech, let's take a speech for example. My "Why You Should Hire Me" speech. I was thinking about what Dr. Phil said. You need to prepare. So I was like, okay, how can I prepare? How can I prepare? So I went up to my job. I went to my boss, Sandcross, and I said, could you give me a letter of recommendation? And you know, he looked at me and said, sure. And what he gave me was one of the most heartfelt things I've ever read about me. You know, he went on to say, he said some very touching things. So as a very confident young man, he's never seen somebody so young with so much confidence. My larger-than-life attitude, which was very true. You know, I feel like I'm larger than life, not just in stature, but in my attitude, my emotional presence. You know, I want to be there. I want everybody to know I'm here. I want to be loud. I want to have smiles, because that's the way I am.